Hello student, last lecture we continue from this example factor 2x square minus 5x minus 12. We know that it is in a form of ax square minus bx minus c format. Is what? 12 into 2. We know that it is 24. So we have the four options. 1 into 24, 2 12s are 24, 3 8s are 24 and 4 into 6 are 24. In a middle substitution, we need the coefficient of x is minus 5. 12 have the negative sign. So we have the, if suppose we take the 12 into 2, but 12 minus 2, it is not 5. It is obviously 10. So we want the 5. So we take the next combination, that is 3 into 8. Is what? 3 8s are 24. So we can split up minus 3 plus 8 because 8 is bigger. So it is positive and this one middle is negative. So better we have to take the negative sign first. So we have to put minus for 8 and plus for 3. So it is in a form of 2x square plus 3x minus 8x minus 12. We take x only from these two terms, that is equating of these terms. X take outside the bracket, 2x plus 3 bracket complete. I take minus 4 outside the bracket, that is 2x plus 3 is there. So therefore 2x plus 3 remain as the same and x minus 4 we have to equate. By expanding this, you have to use the bracket expansion, that is a plus b into c plus d. We have derived the same answer. So our factors are right. So we have to check that one. 2x plus 3 into x minus 4. I first take as a constant term 2x into x, 2x square. 2x minus 4, 2x into minus 4 is minus 8x. 3 into 3x, it is obviously 3x. 3 into minus 4, it is minus 12. We equating 12x square minus 5x minus 12. So our factors are right. This by the confirmation about the factorization rule. Factor trinomial with negative leading coefficient. When the leading coefficient of a polymer is negative, we can factor out a common factor with a negative coefficient. Means what? If the coefficient of x square have the negative, then how to equate that term? We have to take the minus sign outside the bracket. So what is the bracket remains same? 5x square minus x minus 4 is there. So 5 4s are 20. Obviously, so we can take the middle term substitution is minus 5x plus 4x. It give exactly minus x. We take 5x common from these two terms. So we derive x in bracket minus 1 bracket complete. We take 4 common from these terms. X minus 1 is remain there. So we can take 5x plus 4 and x minus 1. So we take the outside bracket is minus remain as the same. We take also a second example based on that. Minus 3x cube is there, plus 12x square is there, plus 15x is there. In this example, x index is 2. That's why it is easily solved by middle substitution. Here it is not possible to direct solve the middle substitution method. That's why we have to take the 3x common. So what is remaining? X square. Be careful about the signs of the common term. Is what? Minus 3x we take outside. That means it is negative. So it goes to positive. Remain x square same. 12x square divided by 3x means minus 4x remain. Why? Because positive goes negative. 15x is there. So we take the minus 3x common. So obviously minus sign remain there. Next, minus 3x there. So we can split up in a form of quadratic equation. We have the middle substitution method. 5 into 1 obviously 5. So minus 5 plus 1 exactly give the minus 4. So that's why x square minus 5x plus x minus 5. In this middle term, we have to get minus 3x remain as the same. We take the x common. From these two terms, we derive x minus 5. Plus, from this term, we get 1 in bracket x minus 5. So we derive x plus 1 in the first bracket and x minus 5 in a second bracket. These both the concepts are most useful in the chapter partial fraction to resolve the denominator. Difference of 2 square. We just revise the formula. X square minus y square is equal to x plus y, x minus y. If we substitute a square minus b square is exactly a plus b and a minus b. We introduce this by the perfect examples. 9x square minus 16x. 16. So these applicable when perfect square is available there. Just verify 9 is perfect square of 3. 16 is perfect square of 4. So that's why we can take 9 is perfect square of 3. X square is perfect square of x whole bracket square. 16 obviously perfect square of 4. So we can write 4 bracket square. We equate, we have a square is equal to 3x square, b square is equal to 4 square. Always remember that in this formula a and b must be take a positive sign, because in a first bracket that is positive and in a second bracket that is negative. That's why our a is 3x only and b is 4 number only. So we can take 3x plus 4 is a first bracket and 3x minus 4 is in a second bracket. Let us check the second example also. 4 is perfect square of which number? Okay, it is exactly 2. 81 is square of which number? Exactly 9. So we can equate, but in this example 9x square minus 16 is given. That means it is in a form of constant term. They given here variable form. That not much difference. We can easily equate. How? 4x square, 4 it is perfect square of 2, x square is perfect square of x whole bracket square. 81 it is perfect square of 9, y square it is perfect square of y whole bracket square. Here a is 2x, b is 9y. So we put in this derivation a is equal to 2x, b is equal to 9y. A is equal to 2x, b is equal to 9y. So that's why 2x plus 9y and 2x minus 9y. So better always remind this format, that is a square minus b square is always a plus b into a minus b. We revise the properties of exponent again with including the example. If a and b are real numbers and let m and n be integers. How? First, product of powers means power have the different index or number. That means a raised to m into a raised to n, but base is same. That means a raised to m plus n is possible. Quick example, 3 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 5. We verify that base is same, but index or power is different. That means 3 remain as the same and 2 plus 5, it is exactly 3 raised to 7 you should write. Next, power of a power means what? A raised to m bracket raised to n. If two index are there, then we can easily multiply the both index. How? If 2 raised to 3 is there and bracket raised to 2, so we can multiply 2 raised to 3 into 2. It is obviously 2 raised to 6. Next, power of a product. A into b raised to m. A into b is in a form of product, that is multiplication. and they have the common indices, that is m. So is equal to a raised to m into b raised to m. We split up a or b with the index same m and m. For example, 4 into 3 raised to 3 is there. These are different, but this is unique. That's why 4 raised to 3 is there and 3 is to 3 is there. So we can split up and remain as the same. Negative exponent, a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m, where be sure a not equal to 0. If 1 upon 0 is there, it is not defined. That's why they given a not equal to 0. That is start from 1 or minus 1. Does not matter about that thing. So we can split up a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m. So we know that 5 raised to minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 5 raised to 2. We put instead of m is equal to 2 and a is 5. 0 exponent. Always remind that a raised to 0 is equal to 1, a not equal to 0. Obviously 0 raised to 0 gives the value 0. That's why we start from number 1 or minus 1. Any number raised to 0 is always 1. So we can check out that if I put a is equal to 100, 100 raised to 0 is equal to 1. Now next one, quotient of the powers. A raised to m upon a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n, where a not equal to 0. Means what? A raised to m is there and means 3 raised to 5 is there upon 3 raised to 2. So we can divide 3 raised to 5 minus 2. If we simplify, we derive 3 raised to 3 is there. That means what? That is important topic here. We have to discuss a raised to n always goes to numerator, that goes to minus n is there, and if any number is there, so we can easily multiply that number and we derive the same case. Power of quotient. A upon b raised to m. A upon b are different number, have the same index. So index is obviously goes to first numerator also and in a denominator number also. But b not equal to 0 because 0 raised to anything is always 0. So it is not defined. That's why it is starting number is 1 or minus 1. Does not matter about the real numbers. Quick example for this, 3 upon 5 raised to 4 is equal to 3 raised to 4 upon 5 raised to 4. Student, always remind and revise all the properties of exponent. In the next lectures, we have to must continue about the laws of logarithm, power function and all these things. So, in this concept, we are clear about the outcomes of the topic. That means always remind and revise the law of indices. That is called law of exponent also. This most probably these law of indices or laws of component or laws of exponent are most probably used in algebra. These laws of exponent are useful in a simplification of the terms. So that's why I use in algebra, use in a simplification. Fourth one, use bracket expansion. Means what? These most probably for the simplification of any terms, we have to must open this bracket expansion using only law of indices and many of the things. First thing, in this today's lecture, we have to discuss that important the symbols of the operation. Means what? Addition, subtraction, union, circle, pizza, example of pizza, radius, diameter, all these things. You have to must know all the symbols of mathematical languages. Plus, we have to must know bracket expansion. We have to must know the outside the bracket negative sign will be there. The sign of the bracket terms and bracket variables will be changed. We take the quick view of the law of exponent with including the examples. So today we discuss the more topic which are useful in all the chapters of basic mathematics or in applied mathematics,